You're doing your retirement projections all wrong, my friends. We get so many new people here. I got to do this video again and again and again and again. You know, I was talking to a guy this morning, good guy, man, up in Delaware. I love the people who. Very rarely do I come across an ass who I work with, which is one of the benefits of being independent. You get to pick and choose who you work with, and it's just awesome. Anyway, and I'm talking to this guy, and he's nervous. He's like, "Look, I'm about to hang it up. I thought I could wait till the end of the year. I'm not so sure." And he's just nervous. And I just such a good guy. I said, "Man, let's look at your expenditures habits." And I threw an extra 10,000 a year for a vacation goal. And it's like, dude, because what he did is he put, like my man Harry in Oklahoma, he put all this money into a guaranteed annuity that is paying a certain amount of income that he can't outlive. And say, now this guy doesn't have everything in an annuity he cannot live, but he's got basically the traditional three buckets. He's got his own private pension and a guaranteed annuity from an income stream, and that's paying income. He's got Social Security, and he's got investments. All right, so basically, he took half his investment portfolio, he put in a guaranteed annuity. He's living the other half in a traditional 401k, soon to be IRA. So he's basically going to have, I think he's left with $600,000. So he's put 300,000 as stable value, 300,000 S&P 500, income streams from annuity, and then the Social Security. House is paid off, no debt. And he's not worried, just wants to make sure. He's like, is he missing anything? And of course, the one thing he's missing, as is everybody, is an estate plan. I said, dude, I will continue to pound this down, my man. Get your estate plan in order. You got to have a durable power of attorney. There's no other way around that. But anyway, so he's got more income coming in than is going out the door once he takes Social Security. So he can take Social Security at 67 or 66 in 6 months. That's his full retirement age, or we can wait till he's 70. It doesn't matter. So he might as well take it earlier when he's gonna. So for the first 2 years, he'll need like 15,000 a year from his portfolio. That's a big fat nothing burger. After that, he's got more income coming in than going out for the rest of his life. And the reason is because he doesn't even spend that much. He just doesn't. And I threw an extra $10,000 a year for various, I call it travel expense, but it could be anything. Because he and his wife don't spend that much, because when you have no debt, you just don't spend that much. But it gets even better, as I talked about my man Sadiptu. Sadiptu Banerjee. Now, he used to write for Economic EBRI, Economic Benefits Research Institute. Now he's with T. Rowe Price. I've talked about this article before. I'm going to talk about it again. This guy, I just freaking love his stuff. He's on LinkedIn. Let's find him, and you should follow him also. So here he is on LinkedIn. I don't know if he's on Facebook. I'm not on. I'm on Facebook, but I don't interact. I just post videos on there. But I don't know if he's on Facebook. But I know he's on LinkedIn, and I'm connected to him. It was a PhD from the Ohio State University. It's just fantastic, man. He had written, and if you're not following him, you're wrong, because he just writes just all kinds of stuff, man. He's a fantastic guy. I came across him on LinkedIn via this guy, my man Joshua Deitch. Not sure. Follow both these guys. That's all there is to it. Both are freaking fantastic. Anyway, let me find. Hold on just a second. Right there. All right. So Sadiptu, who I've written about in my second book, You Can Retire on Social Security. So Sadiptu, and I'm butchering his name, Banerjee. He had done this study, the linear studies, is that what they call them, where they follow people year over year about healthcare costs and retirement, and it just is incredible, and it just put a hole in the whole Fidelity scaremongering. We're all gonna spend millions. Oh, fantastic. And I cited that a lot in his research on my book, You Can Retire on Social Security. And by the way, if you're on LinkedIn, follow your old buddy Josh too, man, in case I get nuked off here. I'm on LinkedIn. Hey, I post stuff on LinkedIn, and I'll comment and everything. I'm on there every day. Just as an FYI, I'm on MeWe. I'll start going back there. I like MeWe, actually. MeWe's a good place. I'm on LinkedIn. LinkedIn I go to every day. MeWe, I'm starting to go back on that. I don't do anything on Facebook other than post videos. And then YouTube I'm on a lot. Not on Twitter. I'll never be on Twitter. I guess I'm not on Instagram. Never be on Instagram. I guess that's it. So MeWe, LinkedIn, and YouTube. guess that's it. Oh, and I'm on Rumble. I haven't posted anything on Rumble. I need to, and BitChute, but yeah. All right. So anyway, so key insights: income replacement strategies often assume inflation-adjusted spending in retirement. All right. However, the data reveals that retiree spending declines annually by 2% a year. Income replacement strategies assume inflation-adjusted spending, i.e., your spending rises each and every year with inflation. The data reveals retiree spending declines. Retirees typically choose to adjust their non-discretionary spending to match their guaranteed income, challenging the notion that these expenses are truly fixed. Retiree spending behavior reveals a preference for asset preservation, aligning products and services that account for this will hasten adoption of retirement income solutions. Annuities, without question. Talk about my man Ed, who's an attorney, good guy. He and his wife like him a lot, but I had pigeonholed on it because I liked SPIA's single premium income annuities, and I just got out of them for a while. And Ed's like, dude, every time I run the scenarios, Josh, when I use a decent amount of money on a fixed annuity, a SPIA, an income annuity, every single time, using right capital the way I set it up, I get better success in overall net worth with less risk. Or I don't run out of money, better success, not with overall less risk. I have better success in not running out of money with less risk. He says I might be sacrificing some left net worth at my death, but other than that, I said, I got so pigeonholed that it takes about 20 years to break even. I said, yeah, but, and then I said, you're right. You got to rethink annuities, especially if your spending is declining. That's what I'm saying. If you're using the old models that your spending is going up with inflation each and every year. I cannot stress this enough. We've got to get out of the habit of thinking the person you are before you retire is the same person you're going to be once you retire. It's just not. They're two completely different people. The reason is because of the guaranteed amount of income. When you're working, it's not guaranteed, but it kind of is. You know what I'm saying? So you have a steady job, a petty stay check, because I always like that. You got a petty stay check. You're going to spend to the extent of your petty stay check. The minute, though, it looks like you might be on the chopping block, you're not going to spend as much. You magically find out you don't need the stuff you initially thought you did. It's amazing. It's all consciousness. So then you retire and your petty stay check goes away. Now you're getting Social Security instead, and all of a sudden you're like, I can live off less. It's the same thing time and again. And so when you're running these retirement planning scenarios based on your expenditures now, while you're working your steady paycheck or petty stay check, and then you're extrapolating that in the future with an increasing level of consumption each and every year, it's just they're two completely different people, man. And I'll leave the link in this for you to look at yourself, but it's the number one thing in retirement is your expenses. And if you're getting this wrong, you're going to work at some crappy old job for a number of years you don't need to. Anyway, follow my man on LinkedIn. Follow me on LinkedIn. And then read this article, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that what you've been led to believe is not so true. And like I said, always, just ask around. Ask retirees, your parents, your grandparents, Joe Schmo down the street. Say, hey, it seems like you're doing okay. Are you light cigars with $100 bills? No, I don't spend that much. I don't need to. All right, we'll see you.